Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Come to today's debate meeting. This House would cut the budget of the American government spent on the national defense. It's today's motion. And I'm now requesting the Prime Minister to get on the floor and start with defining this motion. Thank you very much. 6 minute speech, first and last minute protected.
Thank you very much.
Smile, your mom is looking at the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening of this House. This House will decide to cut the budget of the American government spent on the national defense. Well, once I had an uncle who had a horse. This horse was fed so much, it died. It was unfortunate, but this is the way of life. We can care for our horse as much as we want. We can feed them, give them vaccination and so on. But in the end, what did my uncle do with his love? He killed his horse. And this is what we are doing right now. Meaning that we spend so much on budget. Let me explain, what we are doing to define it more clear. Budget is the amount of money we give to every year to certain programs or certain agencies or certain whatever, to run this country. Was for health, education, research, army, security, and so on. And national security, its meaning every agency, each program, each force we use in this country to keep our security on. Meaning that the army is one big major player in this game. The NSA, National Security Agency, the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, and every security agency which is registered for such agencies, meaning like even airport security is part of them, and so on. And their function is to keep us safe, to keep the average Joe safe. But our government thinks that spending so much money on this subject is a bit ridiculous. Our government is one of the few governments in the world that spend more than half budget on such things. Well, as my uncle's horse died, I think, this will raise many problems. Why we are doing this? Before I go there, what is our proposition? First, we are not going to cut immediately. Not next year we start spending 10 or 15. No, this is going to be a long-term program. We propose 10 years of a proposed decrease average, which is controlled by a central, group we are going to create. Was representative of us, the government, and part of the later, and part of each agency. And this decrease going to preserve our vital programs, which we don't want to one day wake up and there is no security. No, we have vital programs, and we do understand that, and those programs should be preserved. This group we are going to create, going to monitor that decrease of budget, which is going to be over 10 years.
Other points, sir?
Yes?
Is that new group not going to cost anything?
Again?
Is that new group not going to cost anything?
Well, at least it won't cost 50% of our budget. Whatever cost, it will be cost-benefit ratio. So what we are also, proposing is that why we are going to do that? We need to convince you. First, I'm going to mention the points, and I'm going to explain them. If I didn't finish, my deputy will continue this. First, the world is changing. This is our first point. Second, we need money. This is our second point. Third, money spent on security now in this amount of money is not well spent. Third, we need to increase the trust of the average Joe in our system and decrease the paranoia caused by overspending on security, which is, I think, very vital. Let's start with the world changing. We are not living in a pre-apocalyptic world, meaning that this world is becoming more stable than 1950 or 19 or 1850 due to the globalization and so on. Our major powers, which were our enemies and our opposition, are concerned about other stuff. Russia is concerned about its internal affairs, its economical crisis, it's everything, concerned to its own existence. China is concerned about its economical boom, and its major, increase in population. The European Union is a very nice, peaceful state. Germany is, concentrating on the economical collapse of Europe. France have its own internal problems, and so on and so on. Africa, it's not even Arab. The Arab countries are in turmoil. So far we've seen that, overspending on its money, I think it's unjustified. Meaning that we are not going to World War III. We can't see in the next 20, 30, or 40 even years any major power that will conflict and go invade our lands. And as for terrorism, so far, since 2001, we couldn't find any terrorist attack coming from outside or inside. Forget about the terrorist attack coming from inside, our country by our own people. This is normal. And, our programs, I think we can see it today, but it helped, decrease. If there was 100 attacks going to be, we saw one. Okay? Anyway, so let's talk about it. I think the world is changing. Security is, we can manage it with less money than we can. If we are going to spend billions on something that's worth millions, I think that's over budget. Well, and I have no time to go through. My duty will continue. Thank you very much.